guys, it's Ash here, and I'm coming back with another video. So this video is going to be an updated flexi rod video. So I have a video showing you guys how to do a flexi rod set only using 6 rods, and that video is still doing decent numbers. But I noticed that some of the comments was asking or making the comment that I did not show how to fluff the hair out. So I wanted to do an updated video. So I think that video is a few years old. So I wanted to do an updated video showing you guys again how to do a flexi rod set correctly and how to fluff it out and style it the next morning and all of that jazz. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So before I get into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I mean, why not? It's free. I'm going to do, I normally do voiceovers, but this video I'm going to, have it real time and all that stuff, so we can chit chat and catch up because I've been gone MIA for months. All right, cool. So let's get started. And this, I'm using my iPad in this video, so I'm trying to, you can't really see my hair fully. I guess I can. So I'm gonna just stand back a little far. My thing is right here, so I'm gonna just be a little far. Yeah, so let's go ahead. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna split the hair down the middle, down the middle. And what I'm gonna do is, as you can see, my hair is straight. So what I want to do is I want to give it a base. So I'm going to just add some really loose curls in it, just so, like I said, I have a curled base to work on. So normally when people want to flexi rod their hair, for the most part, they normally already have a curled style in their head. Maybe they went to a stylist and got their hair done, and they want to flexi rod their hair to maintain those curls, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to just throw some very messy curls in there using my Ion 1 1/4 inch curler. So I'm just going to go in and just add some really loose curls. They don't have to be neat. They don't have to be none of that. So you just want to add some curls, at least to get your ends curled. So that is perfect, right? So I'm going to do that all over my head. And like I said, they ain't got to be all pretty. So, like I said, I've been gone for a minute. And 2021 was just a lot. That the year was just a lot in itself. I had some really high highs and some really low lows. And I'm still, to be honest, still going through some of those lows. And I know social media is one of those areas where people, you can choose what you show, right? A lot of people only want to show their good things, right? Their highs, and they make the life glamorous, and they filter everything, their life included, right? They brighten up the dark parts of the life, right? Which is a good, it can be for good. Social media wants to be the escape from life, right? It wants to be, when life is being ass, you can kind of come in and make it be what you want it to be, right? So I get that part. But it can be a facade for a lot of people. And so it can sell people false dreams and false hopes. For me, that had nothing to do with it. Social media had nothing to do with my high highs and my low lows. It was just, stuff, life that was and is just doing a lot. So I've had some really big losses in 2021. I've had a lot of personal struggles. Just life's been rough. So and of course, being a mom, trying to hold it all together is a lot. Not having a very strong support system is a lot. Sometimes you feel like you're just alone. You know what I mean? Like, you could be in a room full of people and still feel alone, meaning you don't have that support. Like, you don't have anyone that you feel that truly has your back. It doesn't matter what it is and what you're going through, without a doubt that person's going to have your back. When you don't have that, it's a lot. I have a best friend. I have some really good friends, that would have my back and have had my back through a lot. But when you don't have Or when I noticed that I started to crave vulnerability. Like I just wanted to be vulnerable. I felt like I was carrying around a lot of secrets, and I still do, and I felt like I just wanted to be able to just let it out. And I still feel that way. I want to just be able to sit down and be like, oh my gosh, this is what I've been going through. This is what I've been feeling. This is the truth of what I've been feeling and what I've been going through. Like this is the ugly. This is what it looks like. This is what it is, and not feel judged about it. And my mom was that person. Like I could tell her literally anything that I was going through, and I never ever felt judged about it. Like I could tell her I was on crack cocaine, and I would not feel judged about it. She'll be like, "This is what we're gonna do to get you off of it. This is what we're gonna do. It is what it is. This is what it is. I hate that this happened. You know better, but there ain't shit we can do about it now. And this is what we're gonna do to get you off. I'm here 100% of the way. Let's look at rehabs together. Let's look. That's the type of person she was. It didn't matter what it was that I was going through, and I just feel like I don't have that now. People say that they love you or have your back unconditionally, but it's conditional, right? For the most part. And this is not a shot, or this is not anyone in particular, me saying anyone in particular, because like I said, I do have friends that have my back 100%, but and it could just be me in my mind feeling that I would be judged, but I just, and it's nothing like, to that extreme, but it's just stuff that I feel like I just want to be vulnerable with, and just life in general, and want to be able to say, bro, like, this is what the real is. Yeah, bro, it's ugly. Like, I'm struggling, and this is how, and this is what it looked like, and help me figure it out, and knowing that that person has my back. That's just what I've been craving, and it's been a lot of times that it's gotten really, really low, really, really deep, really, really dark, and so the month I was on autopilot, and the months just kept rolling by. And by the time I looked up, I was like, there's no way I was gone for that long off of YouTube. Or there's no way I was living there for that long. There's no way and so now that, I kind of looked up and noticed that all of that was transpiring and going on, I'm like, okay, Ash, you got to get yourself together. You got to get yourself together and make it happen. And if that means, cutting people off, if that means restarting and moving away, if that means whatever it means, bro, you the world's greatest, and you got to make it happen. So, that's my goal for this year, is to make it happen. Comment below what this chapter of your life is going to be this year, and mine is going to be the reset. Let's make it happen, something like that. So yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to give you guys an update. So, as you can see, my hair is curled. I have a base. So like I said, you want to give yourself a base for your flexi rod. I just had to get that bend out of there. I had to bend in my hat over here, so let me get that out of there. All right. So now that we have some curls to work with, now we're just going to, like I said, split it down the middle. I'm going to smooth everything out like that. And now I'm going to take my flexi rod, so I'm going to do about that much. Do a little bit more. About that much. Put this out the way. I'm going to take a comb and smooth it out. Now all my natural hair is with the curlers. Then I have a bag with all my flexi rods in it. So I'm only using the purple ones. So I think the purple ones are 3x4. I think I said 11x13 the last time, and I was wrong as hell. So I'm going to use the purple ones. I have short ones and long ones. And then I must have gotten them from 2 different places, because the lighter purple ones bend better than the darker purple ones. So I need to go to the store and find some of the lighter purple ones and buy some more of those, but whatever. So, smooth this out again. And like I said in the last video, in order to get your curls to look like this, where they're going back, you want to put your flexi rod behind your hair. If you put the flexi rod in front of your hair and you curl this way, you can clearly see which way your curl is going to fall, right? So you want to put your flexi rod behind your hair and wrap the hair around this way. So I'm going to pull my curler. So if you start flexi rodding up here, your curl is going to look different, right? It's not going to give you this type of look. So you want to pull your flexi rod to close to the end. So we're going to get it here, right? And what you want to do is you want to make sure that your hair on your flexi rod is sitting flat on the rod, right? So you want to have it, when you're wrapping it around the rod, you want it to be flat. And what I mean by flat is like that, right? You don't want to have it to where it looks like twisted like this, because it's going to give you more of a wave versus a curl at the end of your curls, right? So you want to have it as flat as you can get it. So just make sure it's sitting flat on the rod. Same way you would do on a curling iron, right? So once you get to the end of your hair, you're going to use the hair to tuck it under to hold it into place, right? So it's like that. So nothing's falling out, it's basically holding on to itself, right? So now I'm going to continue to roll it up. Okay. And with flexi rods, the good thing with flexi rods is they don't have to be super neat. The curl is already working right now. So once I get it up here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to curl it up or bend it up, right? So it sits like that, okay? Like that. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do another section like this. I'm going to take my comb my natural hair down so that it sits in the rod like that. Okay, just bend that out the way a little bit. So now I'm going to take a rod like this. I'm going to put the rod behind my hair like that. I'm going to pull it to about right here. You want to get to your longest layer. So about right there is good for me. I'm going to make sure it's flat on the rod like this. And as you can see, that's my longest layer. So I need to come up a little bit. So about right there. Make sure it's flat on my rod. Then I'm going to start curling it against itself so that it tucks it in. So I can basically do this because the hair is doing the work for me. Make sure it's smooth. Make sure my curler is going sideways and not under. The curl isn't going like this. I want it to go like this, so when I take it out, it falls like that. If I do the curl this way, the curl is going to fall a different way. So you want to do it exactly how you would on a curling iron. And so when you curl on a curling iron, you curl vertically, not horizontally, right? So I'm going to curl it until I get as close to my head as I can. Then I'm going to bend the rod down and up. So it sits like that. Okay? So now on this set here, I'm not going to do just one flexi rod here. I'm going to do two. Or am I? Yeah, let's go ahead and do one. Because it's supposed to be 6 rods. So let's do one. I'm going to do a long rod. And I want to do my shortest layer that I can get. I'm gonna go here. And you see how the hair is falling, right? No worries. We're gonna use the hair to tuck itself in. And as I go up, I'm gonna get to the layers and I'm just gonna curl it in there, right? Boom. Make sure it's flat. Use the remaining hair so that it curls against itself. And as I go up, just make sure everything is nice and curled in there. Get as close to my head as I can. And once I get there, I'm gonna curl it up against itself. Like that. And these are your flexi rods, so you make them work for you. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side, and I'll be back. Hey y'all, it's the morning time. I know I'm looking rough. I just did the best that I could with the makeup, but I know I look sleepy and there's a lot going on. But I want to come get this video out. I still have to finish my makeup, but I want to go ahead and do this because I'm at part of the routine where I'm going to take my hair down. So let's go ahead and do that. My camera's over here, my lens is over here now, so I need to look over there and not there. So what I do is I take the bonnet off. And y'all, I sleep on my head, so the fact that this still looks like this is pretty decent. And your braids are gonna, or your flexi rods are gonna look like this, right? So you can go ahead and start taking them out. And so when you take them out, you want to roll them out the same way you put them in. Do not just pull them. So once you get them out, you want to curl them with your finger the way that they were in the rod, like that. That is very key. You've probably seen your favorite stylists do that. After they curl, they follow, they trace the curl with their hand or their finger. So you want to do that, right? You can kind of see the curl forming, right? The curl is done the work for you. And to make sure to not wear a black shirt so you guys can see.
Who I rock with, that's my people, yeah, my people, that's the same clique. Same clique that I grew up with. Same clique that ain't scared to hold a 30 stick. Motherfuckers acting stupid, we would take a trip. Same clique, that's the same clique. Same clique.
So this is what we're left with, right? So our natural, our leave out, of course that's something you're probably gonna have to touch up, but for the most part, our hair is there. So I take my fingers and I just break open the curls. Step back so you see. And I literally just break open the curls like this. Just fluffing it out. As you can see, I'm going outwards like this because it still follows the pattern of the curl. Okay. Here to the back because there's no curl right here in your head. It's just going to be loose curls. Get the loose curls at the ends of your hair. If you want more curls up here, you're going to do a row of curl of flexi rods up there.
Man, this shit is for real, not for pretending. I had the courage in my heart before the 10 minutes. How could you argue with someone who do not understand? I know the feeling to be up, then to be down.
Once we have that, we're going to take our fine-tooth comb and I'm just going to clean up my leave out right here. So my leave out is actually not that bad. So now you can fine-tooth comb everything in place. My leave out is actually not that bad, but I still have my my flat iron turned on so that I can hit this part because it looked kind of coney. You can tell that something was indented right there. So what I'm going to do is I don't want to disturb the curl at the end, the little bump that I do have, but I'm going to get this top part out. So I'm going to take my comb. take my flexi rod, and my flat iron, and I'm just gonna get that indentation out of there. Take my comb out so that I don't disturb the curl. Saw that? And do the same thing on the other side. Neck your hair out. Comb, gonna stop at a certain area as not to disrupt the curl. And just get that indentation out of there. And just open the flat iron immediately so that it doesn't go down any further. And if you need to curl it some, you absolutely can. You can use your comb to give you whatever formation you're looking for, whatever you're wanting to go for. I need to cut a little bit more layers in this side of my head, but I'll comb the ends a little bit because they were a little, frizzy from the curls. So I'm just combing the ends just to get rid of that frizz. You can see the difference after you curl the end, comb the end. So you see the before. And then I'm going to comb it, kind of going the way of the curl. So they're all going to meet the same place. I want to use the little wider side, cover the thinner, or the finer side. So once I kind of got them going in the same way, I can let them sit. So you see it looks better, right? Just more put together. And this is pretty much it, y'all. This is when I wear a flexi rod set. This is normally how I wear it. And I will come back in the middle of the day to show you guys how it ages. So I will come back and show you guys that. You see? There we go. I don't like a perfect looking hairstyle. It has to be super perfect, but this will be okay for me. I could go in and touch this curl, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. What I do need to do is leave it hell alone. This side came out, yes. Perfection, right? It's this side, which I said in the other video. I'm so tempted to not touch it because I'm going to mess it up. I'm going to mess it up. I'm going to mess it up. Ashley's going to mess it up. Can't sit my ass down and not touch stuff. A little bit better. Alright, so this is going to be my final look for the flexi rods. Hope you guys enjoyed this part right here. About to drive me insane. Clean my part up a little bit. No, I'm not using no edge control, so. Alright. If you want to know what flat iron I'm using the Balami flat iron. And yeah. So that's that. So if you have any questions, leave it in the comment. I need to go back to bed. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I mean, why not? It's free. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.